Hi, Pat Wiles here, and I'm coming to you from my home in Colorado. This is my first video on my new channel, The Wonders of Watercolor. Wow. So what I'm going to teach you today is an amazing thing that instructors sometimes forget, and that's how to use the materials. I once took an oil painting class, and I bought all the equipment, and I went in and set up my easel and my palette and squeezed out all this paint, and the teacher said, "Okay, everybody paint. I'm going for coffee." I didn't have the vaguest idea how to paint in oils, and consequently, I'm not an oil painter. So this is the wonders of watercolor, and today's lesson is going to teach you how to use one brush. And this is the brush. It's a 1" by 1" Grumbacher. It's called an Aquarelle, and it has a number 6142. This brush is a staple of mine, and you can do an entire painting with it. We won't be doing an entire painting today because today I just want to show you in the wonders of watercolor the wonders of this brush. So let's get started. I'm going to go off camera now, and I'll continue to talk as we work with this brush. We're going to do some brush strokes and then a couple of small paintings that are just using the brush. They're not masterpieces. Those come next week. So sign up and like and subscribe, and next week I guarantee we'll have a masterpiece. Thank you for watching. This 1" brush can do amazing things. And what I want to show you is that you can make a wide line for washes. You can turn it slightly and get a little narrower line. You can get a very small line. Or if you just squeeze it and pull it out here a little bit, you can get a hairline, which is great for fences, but I'm going to show you that again in a moment also. The other thing that this brush is great for is bricks. And for bricks, I'd really like to get a couple of colors. And we'll see what we get here. Let's do bricks. For bricks, it's a simple matter of just painting them on there. And the mixture of colors makes the bricks look very realistic, which is something I like a lot. The next thing I want to show you is how you make grass, because there are several ways that you can make grass, wonderful grass actually, with this one brush. And one of them is to get a dab of paint on your paper and then just pull it out with the back side of your brush. This is a very important part of this brush, is the back side, because you can do many things with it. You can pull grass out. You can scratch grass in, and this will darken up and become grass here in a minute. And the other way to make grass is with the point of your brush, where you actually you're only using this very point right here, and you're going up and up and up and up. And sometimes I'll use all of these in the same painting in one corner to where I want the large grass to be, and I'll use a darker grass with this edge. And so see what a wonderful grass you can get with just the point of this brush. Well, I've got this green on here. I want to show you how to make a leaf, because we're using some of the same techniques. You're going to set your brush down and then just swing around the bottom. You don't do anything with the top, but the bottom swings around and comes back up. And then you can do one of two things. You can scratch in your veins using the bottom of this brush, or you can get this same leaf going here, scrape in your vein using the side of the brush. And to do that, you hold your brush sideways and you put your hand down on top of it this way. And this is like a spoon here. And you can pull the paint away from you with this spoon. So that's the other way. Now, while I've got your attention, I'm going to show you one more thing here. This is perhaps my favorite thing about this entire brush, and one of the favorite things that you can do with this brush, and that is to make a fence row. And to make a fence row, you actually stamp the brush just like you were stamping to make these old crooked fence posts, and then you turn your brush around and you just pull it through. Is that not incredible? Isn't that fun? You can make the cutest fences in your paintings just as easy as that. Also, while we're at this, I want to show you a little simple flower that you can make. That once again, I want to use a couple of colors if possible. And it's simply by twirling your brush. You set this corner down, and then you're going to keep it right where it is. You're going to twirl, 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 twirl. Or you can do the whole thing in one fell swoop. That wasn't very good. I think I can do it better. Let me try it again. Still not very good. Okay, we'll forget that. Now, if I wanted to make a little bud, I might do it like this, or I might just do it like this. And then you can stamp in your stems, just like we did for the and then put in your leaves. So that's sort of some of the wonders of this brush. So we're going to do two things with this brush now. The first thing we're going to do is actually create a little flower painting using this brush. And for that, always helps if you have a little paint. We'll start with one of these big flowers here. And this is kind of fun to do. Like I said, it's not a masterpiece. It's just a way to practice some of the things we've learned. Throw in a couple of leaves here. Well, I told you I was new at this, and my camera cut out, so that's all I'm going to do on the flower painting. However, I do want to show you this other thing because it's so important to what we're going to do next week when I promised you a masterpiece. So I'm going to bring the camera down again, and we're going to work on these leaves. And to do these leaves is a lot of fun, and it's the essence of watercolor, and it's something that no other medium can do, and that's to mix like this. And what you're doing is grabbing a color and then letting another color just join it. And we're just doing some simple leaves because it's just a shape. You could just be doing blobs on the paper for all I care. But the fall leaves are kind of fun, and they're also kind of pretty, even though I told you this is not a masterpiece. So here we go with one leaf. Let's let those mix together and see what happens. And then I've got one more little heart-shaped leaf right here that I'm going to join in here. And then you can once again practice that scraping with your brush, the hand on top, spoon, scrape, the scratching, which fills with paint, and maybe a combination of the two. Okay, that's it for today. And the last thing I want to say is thank you for watching. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you'll join me on all of the other classes I'm going to give you, because like I said, I promised you a masterpiece next week, and I'm going to do it. One thing you may have noticed is that I'm a little hefty, but I'm losing weight, and I have a marvelous way I'm doing it, just drinking coffee. So if you're interested in knowing how I'm doing this, just ask me down in the comments below, and I'd be happy to tell you about my secret plan. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week with the wonders of watercolor.